Hey good people, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you all my review on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 4 episode 7. Guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Let's start with this Easter bunny invitation that Angie sent out to the girls. I thought it was cute, very on par. If you guys don't know, Angie is throwing an Easter party at her house, and this is her way of sending the invitation. She's using Easter bunny mascot to go to the girls' houses or wherever they are and invite them to her house. Like I said, it was cute and all, but when the Easter bunny got to Heather's car and was sitting in the back of that woman's car and she hopped in the front seat, I was like, oh no, now you're doing too much. That was too much for me. Like, send me an invite through the mail, please. We see Angie and Lisa Barlow go out candle making, and while they're there, there's this lady that's working at the candle shop. She comes up to Lisa and she's like, "Are you Jack Barlow's mom?" Lisa's like, "Yes, I am." And then Lisa asks her, "Did you know that Jack was going on a mission before I did?" And the girl was like, "Yes, I did." From what I'm gathering, just watching this scene, it looks like Jack told his people that he did not share this information with his mom. I don't know what type of relationship Lisa has with her kids. I think that she's as present as she's willing to be with them. We've seen other episodes, especially early on in the season, where they had a nanny and Lisa really wasn't all that involved. She wasn't home to cook dinner and read them a book and all these other things that maybe some moms do. I don't think that she and Jack have a really close connection. I think that he more than likely, if anything, is closer to his dad, because the dad really seems more hands-on than Lisa is. Have you ever seen those families where you think that the mom is the one who's running the show and has the kids together, but it's really the father? Like, that's the thing for some people. And, I know it's not how we look at traditional families, but that does exist where the father is just more involved. And I feel like that's Lisa's situation. I would love to know, and she didn't say it in any of the episodes yet, but I would love to know if Lisa's husband knew that Jack was going on this mission. That would be really interesting. Lisa talks to Angie about how she feels like Monica's not a good friend because Meredith did not spread the rumor saying that Monica's husband allegedly is sleeping with men, but Monica actually said it to the group. And I was under the impression, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, that Angie believed Meredith was the one who actually said that her husband was allegedly sleeping with men. Monica and Whitney came over there, and Monica said to Angie that the rumor is your husband is sleeping with other men. I think she said, "Meredith told me this. This is Monica," because I was upset with Monica after that episode, because I'm like, girl, when did Meredith say this to you? But I don't know. If I'm wrong about that, you guys correct me. So Lisa's angle is she should be upset and not view Monica as her friend because Monica is the one who actually said what the rumor was. I just feel like Monica didn't say your husband is sleeping with men in front of a group of women. She and Whitney took Angie to the side and they revealed what this rumor was. So I don't feel like that's accurate for Lisa to say. I also feel like if Lisa's going to say something like that, then Whitney should also be held accountable and viewed as not a good friend, because she knew at that moment prior to going up to Angie what the alleged rumor was, and she still convinced Angie to go over and tell Monica what the rumor was. To me, Whitney is no better. I also feel as if Angie is very, like, you could sway her anyway. She's gully when it comes to people, especially Lisa, because it's like whatever Lisa tells her, she just goes along with it. Angie, you have your own mind. Use your mind and go with what you said in the moment when you said it, which was you told both, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she told both Whitney and Monica, thank you for sharing this information with her. That's what I believe she said. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong on that. She might not have said it in the moment, but I definitely recall her saying it on one of these episodes. And let's not act like these women haven't shared or said that they've heard rumors about somebody in their cast before. So trying to make Meredith seem like the bad guy because she said that she's heard a rumor is not fair. I stand by what I said initially when I did the first review about this situation. Meredith could have heard anything about Monica and her husband. So as far as I'm concerned, the rumor could have been anything. Moving on to Whitney and her husband Justin, they go out on a date night. They say that they haven't been out together in a very long time. I think this was like their first date of that year. I feel like the things that Whitney is describing, saying that she's in the kitchen trying to cook bacon and, you know, clean up the dog mess and make sure the kids have what they need for school, these are all typical things that us as moms do, especially while the husband is just somewhere doing whatever he's doing, really not engaged, not paying attention. That's what I've seen in my own situation. And I'm not, you know, trying to talk bad about my husband or anything like that. But to me, this is typical stuff. Like, as a mom, for some, it's a lot more involved than it is for our partners, right? We're more involved with our kids every day, dealing with day-to-day things. And let's not forget the fact that Whitney was a stay-at-home mom prior to coming on this show. So I think when Justin went back to work, they kind of fell back into that same pattern of, maybe in his mind, Whitney's going to take care of everything because I'm going to work. And I also could see where Justin might feel like, listen, I done did all that I did while I wasn't working. I'm not doing nothing else, so this is for you to handle. That's not the right thing to do, obviously, but I think that might be a thing too. I know some people feel like Whitney was the breadwinner when her husband wasn't working, and that probably is the case, but obviously what she was bringing in was not enough to sustain them as a family, which is why he's going back to work. The thing that got me about them is when she shares with him how she feels when she sees that he leaves his wedding ring in his nightstand or wherever he leaves it. He was just like, yeah. He just really wasn't giving her no type of feedback about that. And the way I see that is there's a disconnect in their relationship, and I really hope that they can go through counseling or get whatever help that they need. I strongly feel like if you've ever seen their dynamic previously on the show, he really loves his wife. When she was saying that she didn't want to go down, you know, that dark road or path that she was on before, he showed genuine concern, like, no, I don't want you to do that either. He really loves Whitney, but I don't know if Whitney loves him the same way that he loves her. I haven't seen it yet. I'm just being honest. I really hope the best for the both of them. Moving on. Mary finding out that her son is married. The thing that really gets me about this, there's two things that I find problematic with this situation. Number one, he's living in her house. And not only is he living in her house, and you know, Mary is a pastor that was born and raised in an African American home. So we already know, if you're an African American, then you know where I'm going here. When is it ever acceptable for a male and a female to just be shacking up together before marriage? So the fact that her son's girlfriend was living in the house with them is problematic, number one, for me. Number two, the biggest thing is, how didn't you know that they were married and they living under your roof? Girl, what's going on over there? Now, we see the size of Mary's house. She has a pretty good house. So she says, you know, he's over here and she's over there. She's seen them dressed up one day. She didn't know what was going on, and she assumes that that's the day that they got married. I just think it's crazy, right? I really think it's crazy how he did not share this information with his mom, that she had to come and ask him what was going on. That was real interesting to me. What do y'all think about their relationship? I do think it's sweet that when she was kind of getting choked up a little bit, and it took a little minute for them tears to come down, I'm just saying, she said something like, "You're like all I have," and he's like, "I'm still here." I thought that was so sweet. I have all boys, so that mother-son bond is really something. Now, I don't think that they have a bond like that. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. But I just thought that was so sweet. "Mom, I'm still here." I thought it was funny when Mary said in her confessional that she's not going to be supporting both him and his wife. I said, well, Mary, what do you think you're doing right now, girl? You've been supporting them. You just didn't know it. What you mean you gonna stop? As far as I'm concerned, her son's wife has room and board. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Food on the table, shelter, like she has the essentials provided by you. Let's move on and discuss Heather having a conversation with her daughter Shout out to her oldest daughter. I was hoping to see her this season. I like Heather's girls. But anyway, she was having a conversation over the phone. Her daughter's in California for school, and they're talking about Jack Barlow going on this mission. I get where Heather's coming from as far as the fact that being a Mormon is not a great thing in terms of, socially how everything is today. They don't believe in gay marriage. They're racist. They're this, that, and the third. Like, those are the negative things that are associated with being a Mormon. So I get it. However, I honestly feel like, Heather, you are too involved. The fact that you think Lisa should have come and asked you about the mission and all that is a bit much, because you and Lisa are not friends. You know that you and her are not in a good place. And you know at the end of the day that Lisa is not going to want to come and share that information with you. She didn't share it with you. You heard it from somebody else. So the fact that you think that she should have come to you and talked to you about it and gotten your opinion or perspective on what your mission was like and what to expect for her son, I just think that's unrealistic. She could talk to somebody else if she wants to know about that, and I'm pretty sure she would say that she already has done that. Like I said, I think Heather is just a bit too much involved with that. Let it go, Heather. This is Jack's decision. Good, bad, or indifferent, it's his decision. Let's move on to this Easter party at Angie's house. First of all, shout out to Angie's dad for stepping up. I mean, I don't think he pretty much had a choice. Her mom, unfortunately, passed away when he was 44, so the mom must have passed away in her 40s, and he did what he needed to do to raise his family. And obviously, looking at Angie's success alone, he's done a good job. So shout out to him. Did y'all see when Monica's mom arrived? I peeped that from the jump, the little flirtiness between the two of them. Could you guys imagine Angie's dad and Monica's mom together? That would just be a mess. I said, Monica's mom will flirt with anybody. She just don't care. Anywho, let's talk about this fight between Angie and Monica. Angie feels like, by way of Lisa, that Monica should have pulled her to the side and shared with her what this rumor was, instead of going from person to person talking about the rumor. I don't really think Monica went from person to person about the rumor until after the fact, when she had disclosed it to Angie and people like Heather and Lisa were asking her what happened. That's kind of when she went person to person. But prior to that, she didn't even repeat the rumor when she and Whitney went out and Whitney was trying to get her to tell her what the rumor was. She didn't even share that with Whitney then. It wasn't until Whitney kind of broke her down at Lisa's party that she revealed what the rumor was. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as Monica's concerned, Angie, she did exactly what you asked her to do. She pulled you to the side and shared with you what the rumor was. And again, as I stated earlier, you were grateful for her sharing that with you. You didn't seem to have a problem. Now, when Monica asks Angie, how do you know that Meredith was the one to spread the rumor? Monica says, well, Meredith never told me. That didn't come as a surprise to me, because I never believed that Meredith told anybody exactly what this rumor that she heard was. But I think that it validates clearly Meredith, and I feel like Angie owes Meredith an apology, because Monica sat up there and told you that she did not hear this rumor from Meredith. In her confessional, she goes a little bit further, Monica that is, and says that she heard this rumor about Angie's husband long before she even met Meredith. So, and then not only that, but let's not play dumb, Angie. You said when you were in the room sharing with your husband what allegedly Meredith has said, which we now know was a lie, she never said it, or you said to your husband, we've been dealing with these rumors for years. So this is not something that's new to you. Anybody on this cast that is going to sit up there and say they never heard that rumor about Angie's husband, they're a liar. Ain't no way. Salt Lake City is a very small, especially those people who are connected the way they are. It's very small. So I find that very hard to believe. When I was looking at my Facebook group, the amount of people that were coming for Monica about her behavior, and I hadn't even watched the episode yet, I was like, well, dang, I gotta hurry up and watch this episode so I could see what the heck Monica was doing, because these people are coming for her. When I went and watched the episode, I was like sitting on the edge of my seat like, okay, is it gonna get any worse than this? Because this is nothing. The way that she was acting was, to me, it wasn't that serious. It really wasn't. I think she was getting upset because she literally did what Angie said she should have done. And that's not good enough for Angie. It's like, Angie, girl, you trying to start something with me for no reason. I did the right thing. I pulled you to the side and told you this is what's being said. So what's the deal? What you upset about? Monica's mom comes over and she's trying to calm Monica down, talking about your kids are in the room, this, that, and the third. Hush. She's trying to speak to her in Portuguese. Like, it was the whole thing. And Monica is already frustrated. So I feel like her mom was just adding on to a situation that she didn't need to add on to. I think people forget just the episode before we heard Monica say that her mom basically was cursing her out and calling her out her name, and that this was not the first time that she's done it. So in my opinion, Monica's mom is not getting Mother of the Year award anytime soon. I'm just saying. Like, they have a tumultuous relationship. I honestly felt like Monica was a little off this episode, or maybe in this scene rather. No, this episode, in this scene. I think that obviously her and her mom have big time issues, and the fact that her mom was not trying to support her, regardless, right, wrong, or indifferent, I guess for her, you can chastise me when we're behind closed doors, but when we are in front of these women and you already know a little bit about how I feel in this group, tell me this behind closed doors. Don't act like this in front of these women. That's what I think Monica was feeling. I mean, she did say that she felt like her mom was not supporting her. Her and her mom are off to the side. And she told her mom, I don't feel like you have my back. And her mom was sitting there laughing at her like it was funny. And she did the same thing at the community center with Monica's grandmother. It's like, girl, this is not funny. Your daughter is sitting here trying to tell you how she feels, and you think it's a joke. To me, Monica's mom does not care about her feelings at all. Monica's mom does and says whatever she needs to do and say to make herself look better than what she actually is. You guys drop some comments down below and let me know what you thought about the episode, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.